Hi folks, and welcome back to another episode of Grand Tactician Civil War. In this episode, we're going to try and extend our control over Maryland and maybe Delaware. We're going to try and invade Kentucky. We're going to try and invade Missouri. No, we're probably not going to manage all those things because we're waiting for our forces to be resupplied, re-equipped and reorganized. And of course, the Confederacy is plagued by a shortage of quality weaponry. But we are going to attempt to make some improvements somewhere. So let's jump in, see what happens. So we are awaiting the results from the Battle of Washington, which we won, but those guys are locked in combat because the battle starts when you click on the battle button, and if it lasts several days, well, you have to wait for those days to pass in the campaign map before you can do anything with them, which is kind of cool and interesting. There we go. Let's go see what's happened over there. So we've got... I mean, these units are routing nicely. I honestly wish that we could dispatch something to go and pursue. I mean, we need to take this. We need to get rid of this pesky fort here. We do have a fortress guy, don't we? I didn't put the points into that, I think. Flying column, ambulance corps. No, I didn't. So we haven't really made a siege train. I don't think it's necessary to do. That's fine. So what we need is Jackson's guys to level up, and we need Beauregard's guys to level up. We did have a look in here, by the way, just off stream, and we replaced a couple of injured commanders, and I think I assigned some more troops. We're also looking, see if we need to send anyone back to sort of recover. Like you can see, where's it gone? I had them here a minute ago. I clicked on them. There is one particular unit here. These guys, 743 men in the brigade. It's kind of weak. It is kind of weak. These would be best off sent back, I think, to the main army to recover. We can send them away from here. If I send them away for a month or thereabouts, they'll recover losses or new recruits faster. But I don't know if they count as being absent for the purposes of calculating readiness of the army. They're definitely absent for the purposes of having a fight. But I don't know if they're absent for calculating military readiness, which we do know is portrayed as not ready if they're waiting troops to come back. So that's something I'm not sure about. Maybe you guys who've played this do know that. Also, I don't feel like our guys are in any state to go on the offensive, sadly. And they also look like they are struggling for supplies, although there should have been a depot here that they captured. It looks like they're drawing supplies all the way back from Manassas, which we can't upgrade. Okay, well, that's good news. We also want our forces down in Kentucky to recover. There we go, Van Dorn's cavalry force, which is cruising around. It is actually doing some good work out there. We need them fully supplied for the campaign into Kentucky, and we're waiting for Hardee's Corps, or Hardee's Army of the Tennessee at the moment, to recover from that as well. We could do with some vision. Let's send them up into Kentucky and just make our presence known. Meanwhile, the Army of the West, Missouri State Guard, trying to recover, and then we can send some... Actually, if those guys are there, if we could get the Western Army into a decent state, I think we could challenge these guys before... Joe, I think we can do that. Fantastic! Military Policy 2 enacted. More money to the military, basically. Right, okay, this is something that I've been waiting for a long time. This now allows us to go on and get the Conscription Act, which is... Oh my God, that is a long time to wait. I thought it was going to be like 30 days or something. Jeez, that sucks, but we need it. What does this one actually do? Unlocks Confederate guns, Confederate rifles, Confederate gunboats project. Army organization projects includes cavalry and artillery. Military policies allow new acts to strengthen the nation's military, introduce new means of recruitment. Basically, it escalates the war, giving plus 2.5% national morale and XP gain, I think. Minus 6% research. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's no question about it. This is the one we want to do next. It's just a shame that this is a long way away, because this does make a difference, and we do want. So if we then go into our available projects on there, does that free up anything else? It absolutely does. This is what we wanted. There's organization reform. What does this one? This doesn't seem to cost us any subsidies. Adjust the related subsidy slider in finances panel to change the speed. So we can It needs $1. Okay, so this is just something that the mod puts in that just allows us to click this. Brilliant. Cavalry reform, if we get that one, that will allow us to have larger cavalry brigades, which is useful. Cavalry brigades on the Confederate side, I don't think were ever as big as that. They would have to have an awful lot of regiments in. But the artillery reform, we can have up to 16 guns. I've been waiting for that fella for a long, long time. And do you know what? We've got these agricultural ones. We're going to go cotton is king, and that's going to increase our relations with the Europeans. So I'm going to trigger that one, and we're going to go straight over. The economy isn't doing too bad. So if I go to finances, can we... let's see, agriculture is very low. Industry is medium, which is good. Military is medium. Diplomacy is medium. I'm not overly confident with the state of our finances, unfortunately. So we'll have to have a little look and see what we can do. Anyway, more importantly is that we now reorganize our artillery batteries. So I'm just going to have a look in here, folks, and just give you an example. Like, we've got these insanely big artillery divisions, but they look big because they have lots of small individual batteries. What we want to do now is combine them, and we can only combine them if they're from the same state, into batteries of up to 16 guns. It makes them far more controllable. So if I can find... We've got 2 from Arkansas there. They're equipped with different weapons. All we do... That says gun 0. Hang on. Click on that again. That can't be right. It says gun 0. It maybe is right. It says men 0. There's some disabled. So I just drag them into there. It combines them. And there were some casualties. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the armies right now. And we're just going to reorganize the artillery into bigger batteries. And it's going to be much more effective. So we won't need to show you guys that, but you get to see how this works. And then we're going to hand out some better weapons than this now that we know that we can field them more effectively. Okay, all done. That was something that was, I think, kind of important to get done. And it does mean that now we can then... Actually, can we recruit some more units just to see what sort of strengths we've got here? I'm looking for somewhere with 3,000 men so that we can actually recruit a full brigade. There's nowhere. We are after replacements always and as ever. Oh, let's go check on the weapons, actually. Let's go and look at our orders available. So if I tick on all that, we want available orders, but technology available, import available, available in depots, orders placed. I don't know why it won't show me anything there. Does that suggest that everything is ordered that can be ordered? I can't order Napoleons. Okay, fair enough. So there's a lot of these that I can't order. I thought I saw some artillery. I don't know where we got these Blakely rifles from. Don't know if we've captured them, maybe, but we had a load of those in stock, which was kind of cool. And there's a whole load of other weapons that we just can't order at the moment. Oh, well, fair enough. We've got that done. Let's move on. So we're looking for... Oh, God, there's a fight. There's going to be a fight at Washington. It's going to be a big one. Are we ready? Pursuit, suffer... Oh, no. I am wrong. I believe these guys are actually retreating out of the way. And they're getting nailed as they go past, which is fantastic news. Okay, we'll let them march the long way around. Is there anything we can do in Kentucky in the meantime? Who's this? This is Van Dorn, right? Yeah, Van Dorn's the only one who's currently able to move and do anything. Supplies are a problem. We should go for Hartford, I think. Come on, Army of the Tennessee. We want to march on Bowling Green and then Louisville. The Army of Kentucky is currently spotted over there. Do you know what? Should we? I'm just going to go take a little look along that road. That's what cavalry forces are for. Oh, hello, hello. I see what's going on here. So the Army of the Mississippi is waiting up there. We've got 2 forces here. Then we've got Bragg and McCulloch. There's a lot of unhappy people in this army. Why are they unhappy? It could be that some of them have been led by commanders who aren't very good or aren't very famous. Do we have anyone who's actually been defamed? Because that's a massive issue. And I don't see that we have. In fact, this guy, Stevens, is legendary. Although he's got the fame medal, but he's got no fame points. He's insignificant. So, yeah, that sort of thing causes issues. Troops do not like to be led by people that they don't consider up to the task, shall we say. Over here, we need progress over here. I am very tempted to launch the Missouri State Guard. They're fully supplied. I think we go up the road and we capture Carthage. We're going to go for it. I don't know what's going on down here. If we take this depot and then we try and take this, then we're supplied. Hopefully those guys are going to be struggling. Oh, we've got to fight. Oh, it's Bragg. Bragg's getting... We've got two lots in. They're 2 hours behind the second lot. All right, this is going to be fun, guys. This is going to be fun. So, in an interesting development, the map has given us only a single victory location, which is right here. And I can't see any reason why we just don't turtle behind this river and let them come on. But that doesn't look wise. We've got the other army coming on down here. And the Union coming on all the way over here. So they've got a long march in. We absolutely want to be together for this. I don't see any great ground. It's all very heavily wooded. I'm looking for killing fields for the artillery. It would be kind of hilarious if we do just sit here and just defend this place. Probably not going to... This looks like the place to be on top of this hill right here. All right, we're going to try and move forward and extend the line. Put some breastworks into position. We've got some skirmishers down... Ooh, who are we shooting at? Who are we shooting at, fellas? We see the enemy over there. Okay. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We're going to hold this line until we think there's no reason to hold it anymore. Let's move some skirmishers a little bit further forward and see what we can see. We're going to try and build defenses there. We can actually get in... We can get a brigade in behind this breastwork here, which is awesome stuff. And the enemy are down there. Let's see if we can dig under fire and extend the breastwork down like that. This is dodgy, but what we'll do... That's Strategy Game Mike. Brigadier General Strategy Game Mike, I beg your pardon. And let's move... Tell you what, let's just get the bear box in... Sorry, that's Ghosties. Ghosties Rangers. The bear box are currently in reserve, as I feel they may need to be. And at that point, we can move our artillery, which is... There's some lurking back here. Let's get them up forwards. Get the batteries up on top. Did I leave? I've left some batteries over here. They do have a good field of fire from over here. There's 12-pounder Napoleons. I want them on top of... Yeah, I want them on top of this ridge. Because this is where I believe the fighting's going to be. I think these might be horse artillery, actually. That's a small battery. We've got some bigger stuff. That's the Florida Light Artillery. Let's bring those guys over. We've got some cover on this side. I think it's time to extend... Oh, they're coming. I was going to extend the skirmishers, but I think the time for that has passed. Let's go into 2x speed here. The battle is about to commence. Let me just form up on this side. Game's not letting me position the troops quite as we should be. Open fire. And let's just get Ghosties Rangers with the Whitworth rifles. No, these guys have a fantastic range and accuracy. By the way, the Whitworth rifles weren't equipped or sent out to brigade-sized units like that. They were given to Confederate sharpshooters who were dispersed amongst... And there wasn't that many of them, actually. I don't think there was ever that many. But they were very prized weapons. Okay, we've got this bit. This bit looks like it's covered. We've got something shooting at us from in front. We have reserves, which we're going to reposition. Well, we've got artillery over here, and we've got cavalry on this extreme flank. Don't think there's going to be much for these guys to do, so let's mount up and bring them over here where the battle is likely to take place. We have more cavalry over here. If we could get them... Oh, they won't be able to do anything from over there, sadly. Okay, so the enemy are marching into this. Strategy Game Mike's men are looking a little bit shaky over there, the Florida Brigade. And we should have Ghosties Rangers on this side, adding their firepower into the mix. And it looks like we've got the bear box going at it from greater elevation. And also we've got the Florida light artillery here with the 12-pounder howitzers. Yeah, we got guns onto the crest. That's good. That's good. We've got... Whoa, 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 fellas. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. There. This is urgent now. Yeah, you need to withdraw those skirmishers because they're gonna collapse. That's fine. Okay, so we do have... You get running over there and shoot into that flank. Colonel Goodbrien does not need to be over here. Oh, they're just skirmishers? Ah, okay, then let's take Thomas M. Scott. And we'll leave some light infantry just behind there, just in case. Russell's brigade have advanced. It looks like strategy games might pulling back. They have taken some casualties. It's understandable. Quite understandable. That's why we have the bear box here. And the artillery on this flank is actually doing a nice job. Let's bring up the cavalry and see if we can cause some mayhem there. You guys down in the depths there, are you able to just turn and shoot in that direction? Who's this? Is that the same? That's okay. That's the same boys. That's the same boys. We're good. We know what we're doing. Preston Smith's detachment is shooting up some Union cavalry, which is great. We may need to get you chaps into the fight. I'm going to deploy them here. Because I think Russell's brigade is going to need to fall back at some point. Yeah, keep shooting, keep shooting. Ghosty's boys doing some good work. The Whitworths are imported, so we can buy more. That's a hell of a sword vein that attaches to that, by the way, by the looks of it. Oh yeah, I think the bear box are in a good position up there. Okay, we have cavalry with 1st Florida Cavalry. Who's the other guys? The enemy have got reserves, so I'm reluctant to order anything to some sort of insane charge here. Definitely pull back. Fall back. They're taking heavy oh, get this one, get this one. Give them the disciplined line infantry, which should help them do maneuvers and retain cohesion in the face of the enemy. Meanwhile, let's put some skirmishers out here. Try and cover those chaps' retreat, because I think they're going to break. Unfortunately, that is looking more and more likely. I don't know what's going on with the terrain here. I cannot order a unit into the position and facing that I want. There's something weird right there that we don't understand. Smith's detachment. Okay, you better get working on them. I think we're going to send Preston Smith's boys out. Cause some mayhem in that direction. Bring over skirmishers in reserve. Okay, we've got people reboard mixed muskets. Not the best, not the worst weapons. Ghosty's boys, I think, are doing some good work over there. The artillery has once again been driven off, and I don't understand. I just don't understand how. I mean, it must be enemy artillery just shelling the shit out of me. I can't figure out quite how that's supposed to work, but nice. So the smoothbore muskets currently doing nothing because we're out of range. That's okay. Russell's brigade is okay. You did manage to get back into place at least. I feel like we could possibly... Yep, make sure... Oh, the skirmishers are pulled back over there. We're engaging. We're going in with our Springfield 1842 muskets. More smoothbores, but we've stopped them, which is excellent. Advance. The enemy is showing their flanks over there. The artillery on that hill is doing great work. What I may do is bring that detachment out, James C. Tappan, and put these guys up into the breastworks right as the enemy decide to advance. So that's probably poor timing. Okay, so the ghosties with their Whitworth rifles and incredibly long range are happily sniping off at whatever's over there. Oh, shoot! Just shoot, just shoot. Give them a volley. Drive them away. I think the cavalry is going to need to be mounted up here. I can't see a use for the dismounted cavalry at this point. Let's go over here because I think we might be able to order a charge. You chaps are currently... See if you can take that Missouri battery over there. We're going to have a failure there. There's more artillery heading for the rear. Meanwhile, James R. Chalmers' brigade should be opening up at these chaps. He is. I think he had to move to do it, but he is. Those guys are going backwards over there. I am very tempted to order a charge with the cavalry. We don't know what's in reserve. Send them in. Send them in. Good. Good, 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 good. We've got chaos and mayhem, which are my two favourite flavours of ice cream. On this side, it's looking good. Okay, so Grant's force is looking like taking a good kick in here. And can you even see? I don't think these guys can actually see. Oh, they can. They just weren't doing anything, but they can. Right. Order the charge there. Preston Smith with your smoothbore muskets. Chalmers is doing well. It looks like we're going to face an attack up the centre. Just bring the cavalry out of the way. Can we actually concentrate all firepower on that enemy brigade there? They're going backwards. Are the enemy about to retreat? Let's see if we can go and spot some... Oh, there's loads of artillery over there. Okay, let's deploy skirmishers from these two gentlemen. And make sure we're at the front. Okay, brilliant. The enemy have been driven off. I think they're going for a full retreat. I'm happy to order the attack. Did we get that battery? We ordered a charge on a battery over here. We did. We did get them. Nice. The enemy is retreating. That's what we wanted to see. Right, let's see what chaos we can get with the artillery here. And we want to make sure that they're being shot at. And on this flank, I don't think anyone's going to get in other than the horsemen. So let's play this out. Let's charge. We'll order a charge and see if we can get those batteries. And there's another one over here. Can you move at the double? They are double timing it. Come on. Horsemen in. It doesn't give me enough time to try and attack the bastards, unfortunately. Charge! Over here. Cold steel, gentlemen. Doesn't look like the most urgent charge I've ever seen. The glitchy animations there. But they're in now. And so they should be doing some sort of effect. Can we get that thing? I'm just going to order them to shoot. I'm not going to order them to charge a formed brigade. That would be madness. It's nearly over anyway. Did we have any joy over here? Get the next one. We have all of 1 minute. And the cavalry going in. I mean, it's good work. We might capture some guns. I'm sure the game does take that into account. Alright, so this looks like our first victory in, where are we? Western Tennessee. We've had some mixed results in the fighting over there. But that was good. Yeah, roughly 2-to-1 casualties, not quite. We took a lot of damage on the guns again. I think the AI is set to just do all counter-battery fire. And our problem is, their batteries are always invisible. In reality, you would normally be able to see when they're firing. You'd certainly see the puffs of smoke. So, I don't know. It's just the game mechanics, or the mod mechanics. I think it's the game mechanics rather than the mod. So, victory at Jackson. That is northern Mississippi, isn't it, actually? Maybe it's not there. I thought Jackson was further south. Anyway, Captain Gamble. I think that's a Union. But also, we should have... It came up... Doesn't show here. That's unfortunate. But Captain B of the artillery became famous for his battle honours in that one. Now then, we're gonna play this out. Oh, while that's waiting to play out, I think we might now be able to recruit some new ships. So we have a whole load of shit actually, stuff with 2 guns. Can we just get rid of these? Let's abandon them because we're having to pay for them. There's an absolute pile of junk. And these are the ones in harbour. I mean, 5 guns and above, maybe worth having. But anyway, what I actually wanted was to not auto-construct ships, not create new fleet. Where's the button? Construct new ships. Do we have the option to do the proper gunboats? Do a broadside ironclad? Can we do that? No, we can't. We don't have the skills for it. We're not going to build frigates. Do we not have the option to do... Oh, I was looking for gunboats, actually. Not even that. There's a river gunboat. I guess we don't have it. And I guess anything in red. Now, we can build seagoing ships. Barks and brigs. I don't think it's probably... I mean, I can build a frigate, but 50-gun frigate. The CSS Alamo. It's a lot. I think it'll be out of date by the time... We can do a casemate ironclad ram, look. Can I build 2 of those? Let me see. Has it put it in the list? Oh my god, it has. Alright, so 2 ironclad rams. We'll do that in lieu of having some proper stuff. USS Cricket. And the reason I'm deleting them is because it costs us upkeep, and there's no point having upkeep on stuff that's just going to get absolutely destroyed in battle. So we may as well free up the cash to support our failing economy. Having said that, it's not a bad idea to have some, shall we say, fodder in the fleet as well to absorb a few hits from something that we don't care too much about. Alright, so what's happening over in Missouri? And also, very important, what's happening over here? Because we want to go and congratulate Captain B. Maybe give them a promotion. Right, so the Army of Texas has advanced, and I don't think there's anything there, so we're going to try and take this place. Meanwhile, up in north, I wish I could dispatch Jackson down to go and take that fort, but these guys are not in good... Do you know what we're going to do? I'm going to order someone to construct a depot. Yeah, can we actually fit it in there? Is there a pixel? I thought there was one. It turns out... I can't put one anywhere in there. Okay, for reasons I don't understand, I can't put one anywhere there, but that's all right. Damn. Winchester's being captured. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Magruder with his 13,000 men. We're going to move in there first. Hold that depot. What is that? That's some mills. And then he's going to advance up there. I want to make these into corps of all of the same army. That's the plan eventually. Anyway, let's see what my wonderful cavalry is up to. In a sodding battle against Department of the Ohio with 30,000 men. Okay, absolutely you should be retreating from that. God damn it. Can we go down there instead? No, they're pulling back. That's okay. And the Department of the West is up there with 18,000 men. If only my armies would recover readiness, and I just don't. It's 4 months? This is just not right. There's something not right about this, and I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is, but it shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be 4 months before an army can move out. going to see if I can go and grab that place instead. My cavalry's going to go do some deep raiding. That's the plan. Meanwhile, over here, let's go and check out the composition of our forces. So Bragg, as much as we don't like Bragg, is actually doing a good job. I hate to say it. I don't know if this leadership is just one, but he's very famous and he has high initiative. I don't know how accurate that should be. But, what we need to do is make a new division. Like this. Polk? He's a major general. No, we don't need... We could do the brigadier general. Oh, what about... who have we got over here? Henry Jackson. Robert Shaver. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters. Anyway, and we're going to pull out the artillery and put them in there because moving artillery along with cavalry is not always great. Captain B, though. This means they're not ready to be promoted. If they're all green, they're capable of being promoted without losing stats. I think that's how it's read. But became famous in the Battle of Jackson. Congratulations, you are worthy of a promotion. It'll tell you. Let's see. They're promoted automatically when assigned to higher positions. As a professional soldier, this commander is better prepared for higher command and will retain more of his previous experience than a volunteer. This commander does not have sufficient experience for a promotion yet. Okay. So yeah, if we promoted Captain B, they'd lose a bit of... Oh, they'd lose a bit of their stats. Can we replace... You guys have got amazing weapons. And you guys... You should be gaining good experience. If I promoted Colonel Ghosty, does not have sufficient experience, I don't know how it rates. I don't know how it calculates it, to be quite honest. It's not something I'm going to worry too much about it. Let me have a look at the unit, though, and see if we can actually... Did we replace those? Captain B's got good guns. The 12-pounder howitzers. Oh, wait, that was ours. This guy did a shit job. Right. Let's get them out of there. We're looking for a good captain. Oh, my God. Captain Thomas L. Rosser. Look at this guy. I bet he's suitable for promotion, is he? He is. That guy is legendary. It does affect his stats, though. Okay, we're going to put him in. Where's he gone? Major. There he is. And let's give him some better guns. I think they're well deserved. Should we go for the rifles? I haven't got enough. I'll give him some Napoleons. They'll be better than 12-pounder howitzers. They'll have better range. Okay. So other than that, we're going to try and upgrade these two if we can. Reboard muskets aren't the worst, but what do we have available in depots? Weapons in stock. We have the plains rifles. At least, they are better range, but we don't have enough of anything, unfortunately. God damn it. We need more weapons. We just don't have enough of anything. But that's great. So Grant, he's got 17,000 men. I might transfer all of these guys under McCulloch's command, to be quite honest. Sorry, under Bragg's command. Although McCulloch's not bad. Having said that, I think I'd appreciate having two separate armies for manoeuvre purposes. It's kind of useful. Okay, so can we do anything sneaky over here? I hope there's not a third Union force over there. That would be a real kick in the arse, that would. Okay, the Army of Texas. Well, we'll take Hartford. We'll take that. We're trying to snip away at the Union positions. No, they're retreating straight out because that wasn't ours. They have to go to a friendly area. Come on, Hardy. Get yourself ready, man. Right, you guys are ready. They're going to go marching straight up there. Richmond's building a fort, as it should be. That place is repairing. We have a lot of stuff going on. Alright, folks, I guess we'll wrap that up there for today. We're going to try And let's do that anyway. We're going to try and control as many towns as we can, and I do want to push up here, but I need a combined force for that. Maybe I'll throw them all into one army. Brilliant! Excellent. Sterling Price has managed to take the Union Supply Depot over here. The road there is potentially open for running and causing chaos, and these guys are going to be hopefully in trouble. And if only we could get our army down here into some sort of action, then we could push forward. And I think we could beat both of these, but at the moment we're struggling, absolutely struggling. Still, the battle's going to be a long one. War won't be won in a day.